Hey Carson, I was thinking about that property that I was talking to you about yesterday, and I think it's worth about 810.
I think it's definitely worth $1 million. Come on.
$1 million, I think you're dreaming there, and I think you could actually get yourself into a little bit of trouble because you're going to be faced with an appraisal during this process.
We'll see. So today we're going to tell you everything a seller needs to know about the appraisal process.
Yeah, that's really an important thing. So we'd like to share with you everything that sellers need to know to successfully navigate an appraisal, because very oftentimes it's the first time they've been faced with an appraisal when they go to sell their property and they don't have all the information they need.
What would you say the first step is, Bob?
Well, the first steps has to do with us as agents, making sure that we do our homework up front, because when I come and talk with a client about selling their home, it's really important for me to have done the homework of valuing their property from a perspective of their neighborhood, what other houses are selling for per square foot around them, what the resources that I have, like RPR, one of our MLS resources. So you have to put some time into properly valuating a home.
Yeah, it takes a lot of time to build that skill set and years of actually tweaking it to come up with good values on hard to comp properties, right?
Absolutely, and remember that appraising a home is just one part of the selling process. So you have to become an expert in several different areas. Doing your homework up front is really the first step to navigating the appraisal process. So Carson, we've talked about the healthy ways to navigate through the appraisal process, but of course sometimes we know, you know from your years of experience, that a property doesn't always appraise for the value that it's under contract for.
Well, appraisal is just an independent evaluation. So you could say that it's worth 800, I could say it's worth $1 million, and you have to be able to justify it based on comps, upgrades, things that are different from the different properties.
So you're saying it's possible that one appraiser may value a home at say 810 and another one would value it at 850?
Yeah, that happens all the time. So you could have one guy come in and then the next day someone comes in, and it's only, the valuation is only for that moment in time. So tomorrow, the next guy might have a whole nother evaluation if new properties hit the market or if it's in their opinion that.
So you're saying it might be worth it for my clients to consider a second appraisal that they pay for on the property in order to justify the selling price?
So as I was selling a lot of my own properties, sometimes they wouldn't appraise even though I went through the process of informing the appraiser of why it's worth what I have it listed for. And sometimes I'd have to get the lender involved. We'd have to do a second appraisal, which entails, the lender going back and saying, hey, I think there's something wrong with this, and diving into it a little bit more with someone different.
So it's kind of like an appeal process.
Yeah, exactly. That's like an appeal process.
And the lender can help you with that?
Yeah, the lender will help you with that, and you just come prepared with all the information of what is either wrong with the report. After you look through the long list of things that come on the report, there's sometimes errors. Every appraiser is different, and everyone is human. So
what you're saying is, if there's a potential problem after the appraisal, we go right back up to the top and we talk about doing our homework up front. So in order for me to appeal an appraisal or do an appraisal reconsideration, I have had to have done my homework. It all starts with that, doesn't it?
Yeah, so if you want to know more about listing your home and diving into the appraisal process, reach out to us. Either one of us would love to sit down with you and make sure that you fully understand what it takes to list your house and get the most amount of money for it.
Yep, great. We'd love to talk with you. Just reach out to us anytime here at Original Realty Co. and we'd love to start a relationship with you.